Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Online Journal Day 147, Aloha, hello and goodbye. So I'm writing this from the balcony of my room in the Alohalani Resort in Waikiki, Honolulu. I decided that the world has required me to give way too many ducks about folks who don't give as many as me. I realize there are levels. A person can care about you, but do they care enough to not do this or that? Do they love you enough not to do this or that? I'm sure Dawn loved Kurt, but not enough not to duck another person. My wife loves me, but not enough not to betray my trust and be showing her ass to folks online. Do I love her enough to try to work through it? I do. Do I love her enough to quiet the voice in my head that says, forgiveness is for suckers? The only thing forgiveness and understanding does is embolden the guilty. How do I reconcile my firm beliefs? The truth is, I believe that most people are only good and kind because they fear consequences. People develop to be assholes, users, and abusers because they have not suffered the same consequences as others. Women and men who are desired and do not fear being completely alone or that they will not find love again, are a lot more likely to risk what they have for something else. The consequences don't seem and probably have never been as severe for them. Cheaters don't care enough about their kids' happiness, their stability. They don't care enough about their reputation. No. The truth is, and you always have to remember this, whatever they were feeling at the time was the most important thing in their world. Because they were willing to risk everything else for it. So you as someone fool who wants to reconcile has to understand that. Don't ever let them tell you the sex wasn't more important than you or your family. Or that the other person was not more important than you in your family. It was. It is. And they're lying. 'Cause they risked it. They put it on the table and made the bet knowing they could lose it, and what they thought they would gain was more important than the idea that they could lose it. They've told themselves that they deserve it. That they should have it. That it and how they feel was more important to all others, and that what you don't know won't hurt you. But when you do know, what then? They knew you might know. It was worth the risk. How do you reconcile that? Well, in my case, you don't. I realize if Amy had done what Dawn had done, I wouldn't have thought about it. I wouldn't have struggled. I wouldn't have even taken a day. I'd have burned the marriage to the ground. Because it would have been worthless. Everything said, everything done, all those years would have been a waste. Duck cheaters and their excuses. It's a waste and they've gambled your very being. So what do I do with the ones who were stopped before they committed the crime, for actually wanting to commit the crime? Conspiracy to commit a felony is a crime, and adultery, infidelity is a capital crime in a relationship. The question is how many people actually eventually commit the crime when being caught before committing it? Does it matter? No, not really. What really matters is whether or not I believe it. Whether I can live with the lack of trust. And the truth is, 7 months later I don't know. The truth is I'm ashamed at how happy I am with my wife. I am worried about how easy it is to just be with her and laugh, and feel like this was the person I wanted to be with the rest of my life. It isn't anything she's done or said, or how bad or well therapy is going that triggers me. It's comfortable. It's when something in the back of my head shocks me and says my guard is down and I should never have let it down in the first place. It's an admonishing voice in my head that screams you are an idiot, now she'll just be more careful. More clever. Even though I have been given no reason to think that. It's this fear that every smile, every bit of effort, every word is just a carefully crafted act that I'm too dim to see through, so it's all treated like a worrying sign of my own inability to see the truth. So Hawaii. Alone. I didn't tell anyone I was leaving. I haven't told anyone what I'm doing. I said I needed to get away, and I got away. I just asked Doug to watch my dog. It's easier to breathe here in Hawaii. Downstairs is a ramen spot called Momosan and their ribs is off the chain. I've not been able to find this so-called double fat ice cream that is advertised around here, and I'll be damned if I go to Haagen-Dazs. They eat rice with every meal, and I've discovered something called Portuguese sausage that was in the rice of my locomoco, along with fried spam. Which was actually amazing. Locomoco is like a Salisbury steak, but not exactly. It's for breakfast and comes with a sunny side-up egg. I'm biking a lot. There's a lot of these bike kiosk things. I don't know if the buses and Uber are expensive. So I was just riding around and enjoying the area. Later today I'm going to this place called Marukame to try their curry udon. I also want to find a place out here that serves king crab. Being out here has been relaxing. And not being around folks has been good. I do miss my wife, who blew up my phone at first, but stopped after sending a message that said she understands that I need some time to clear my head and that she loves me and will wait for me. She is disappointed that she thinks I couldn't take care of the dog while I was away, but she'll visit him at ducks. To be honest, I thought she'd forget to feed him. She's had pets in the past. Gerbils, mice, and stuff when she was little, and that hadn't ended well. I sent her a message in the middle of the night while I knew she would be asleep to let her know that I'm fine and that I love her, but I don't know when I'll be back. I'll be in Hawaii for at least 2 weeks. Costing me a tiny fortune, but shit, ain't it beautiful? Can I send you some money so that you get me a ukulele from Hawaii? But seriously, enjoy your time there, and if you can, then allow your thoughts to be distracted by the beauty of that island and let your soul follow. Good luck to you. Be careful. I went to Hawaii once and I didn't want to leave. Take your time. This time to yourself will probably be what you needed and were looking for when you went to your parents. I hope you find what you need, even if it isn't what you want or expect. I already don't want to leave. This shit is amazing. The food, the people, but not the prices. But that ain't too much of an issue right now. Man, after dealing with the Amy issue, Paris and London, the work betrayal, and Dawn, you are more than due for a vacation. Enjoy your time there is my only advice. Honestly, this is what you've needed for a while, just to get out of the thick of it. Distance and time can give you perspective. I've dealt with toxic and somewhat dangerous people before, but I could not see the red flags or the full picture until I took a step back. Until I got some distance and saw our relationship and that person from a bit of distance, that's when I saw how far they really had fallen. I had to ask myself, would I associate with that, knowing what they did and their values, and I said no. Sometimes we're just too close to a situation to see it fully, or to not let our previous biases cloud our judgment to the point we justify things we normally would never be okay with. We are creatures of comfort and hate change. We tend to stick with things that are bad or have problems because we know what they are, because we've done it so long we're used to it and know what to expect. That often stops a lot of people from pushing themselves or trying new experiences. I have a friend who is great but often does this, and she's missed out on a lot because of it. There was another post about an Asian chef being put down for benign Asian and other racist remarks. Either comments, there was a guy trying to shame him by saying, how could you stand up to family after they were being racist? After a little pushing, he revealed that his family was racist to other people and, in his own words, rednecks, but he would never say anything to them. He went on to say that he doesn't agree with them and thinks that's not right, but because they helped him out in the past he doesn't want to rock the boat and confront them on that, so allows them to be racist to people and he just sits back. My point is, people often are comfortable with toxic things either because they are used to it or because they get something out of it. Overall, good for you on getting out of all the frying pans and getting some distance. This is what you've needed. Enjoy. The world will keep turning in your absence. I wouldn't hurry back, and these days, you can work from anywhere. As the meme goes, behold my field of ducks, for it is barren and bereft. Yay Hawaii. Probably a good idea to be cycling everywhere if you're trying to find double fat ice cream. Smile. When you mentioned that you feel you need to stay on your guard with Amy just in case she betrays you again, it confuses me. If you stay on your guard and not allow yourself to relax and enjoy her company and love, aren't you depriving yourself of what you want? Her actions wounded you maybe, shocked you definitely, made you realize you had a vulnerability even. But you seem to have survived okay. Obviously still struggling with some things, but you're okay. So I got to thinking, why deprive yourself of what you want and what she says she wants? Isn't it possible to just relax and enjoy each other wholeheartedly, and if you guys split one day, deal with the split if and when it happens? I have been accused of being an all or nothing type person, so I totally understand if you think I'm crazy. Just that it seems like you're doing yourself an injustice to deprive yourself of what you want on the chance that she is playing you for a fool and might hurt you again one day. I'm glad you are actually for real solo now. I think this is really the first time in a long time that you don't have to babysit someone else's emotions. I think you need a break and time for you. I even suggest a separation from your wife and everything for you to have the healing and perspective of the next move you want to do. In all your journey you have been focused on everything and everyone but yourself. It's time for you to put yourself first overall. And after this time, if you want to reconcile or divorce, it will be because that is what you want. Self-care is important. Can you do your work from there? I have a colleague who lucked out in getting a case there and he wound up staying for almost a year. If I wasn't so tied to my current location, I would seriously consider spending a year somewhere like Hawaii. Let the world go for a while, you need it. A message from the Bucks fans SH'd post. Don't get too hard down on Paul, he balled out. Phoenix had an incredible season and this isn't the end for them. I expect to see them here again and soon. If anything, LeBron, Curry, and Kawhi, and the entire West need to stand up and take notice. This young team got a whiff of greatness and now they got a taste for it. I expect to see them continue to topple the old guard and assert themselves atop the West. Good luck next year, guys. You've been more respectful and supportive than any fans we faced in this series. Thanks. Tell the rest of your sub to stop coming over to shit on us while we're down. Enjoy this. Every fan base has their assholes. They need to learn how to win with class. Could have ended for us in Brooklyn. Except the Philadelphia Eagles fans, they all suck lol. Yeah, I know you probably mean well, but we don't need this pandering BS. Go celebrate on your own sub. Congrats. Read the room, asshole. The room was fine until you walked in, asshole. Learn to deal with your disappointment better. There are sore losers and winners on both sides. Decide who you wanna be. Integrity, shit's not as hard as people make it out to be. Go watch more Gianni's free throws or something, bro. I did, he hit 15 tonight, did you see him? But I like to watch him hit more. He's still shooting them. I think he's up to like 50 attempts or something. Why the duck you in our sub minutes after you beat us? Duck off. Wait until the body is cold. No. Because it's the free damn country and I can do what I like. Just the same as I know if you hit one you'd be in that sub on some negative shit. Cause you here don't seem to have anything in you but venom. Should I respond in kind? Would that be better for you? Maybe it'd be better if I rubbed salt in the wound, since negativity is all you seem to understand. I don't go to the Bucks sub. My one comment I made there a while back was saying I liked Bucks fans from my time in Wisconsin Lamau. I avoid other teams' subs at all costs because it's fucking dumb to go there. Well, you're not a Bucks fan. You don't watch Bucks games. I got the NBA package. I watch Suns games, Jazz games and Bucks games. So why would you care about the Bucks? You don't think about them unless your team plays them. Meanwhile, I keep track of Phoenix, Utah, and Milwaukee. Not sure why that means as a Bucks fan you come in here to poke our corpse after you beat us in the finals. You a Packers fan? You like when other teams talk down to you like your big brother when you lose the conference championship? If you think that's talking down to you, you need help with your emotional issues. But that's okay, you need an outlet for your grief. I guess I'll be happy to help you cope. Congrats on your championship. Amazing team, amazing MVP. In the end, you were the last team standing. Respect, raised fist. I'm glad we won, cause no one wanted a small market team to win. But I've always loved Phoenix. My first jersey I ever owned was given to me at a Bucks game. It was given to me by Michael Finley. His rookie year was a Phoenix jersey. I wore it all the ducking time, though I was also a Bucks fan. So I've cheered for the team for a long time. Cause I wore that till I grew into it. So I'm of mixed feelings. 2 of my 3 favorite teams were in the finals. My second favorite team, Utah, got put out. I had a great time cheering for teams in these finals. And if that last one sounds weird to you, no, my favorite player of all time was John Stockton. Thanks man. It's rough, probably our best shot. All we needed was another big man, we were just too small on the inside. The Bucks have 2 championships, Suns have 0. But we haven't been to the playoffs in 10 years, and all of a sudden in the finals, the Bucks have been primed and more experienced in the past 3 years than our past 3 months. It's nice to see sportsmanlike attitudes that come in and congratulate the series. One of us had to do it, and both teams are classy, well, some of us. I got faith Phoenix will be here again. I think Ayton will grow and some of the auxiliary pieces on the team will step up. I think they should ride it out with Paul for now, cause there was no way you could lay this loss at his feet with Booker and Ayton playing like crap. 3 starters shooting under 40%. The narrative will be about Paul choking. But he didn't lose this game, and I'm actually extra pissed I keep hearing that. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.